Hi guys, hope you're all well. Welcome back to another video on my channel today. Another exciting video in store for you guys. One I've been looking forward to do. It's been on my mind, but yeah, today's video will be 6 Manchester City youth team players I have chosen that are yet to make an appearance in the first team or be involved in the first team that may be under the radar that you guys might not have heard of. You might have heard of, but they're yet to make a first team appearance or be in that first team squad. And I'm predicting these 6 players to be future first team players at Manchester City. I think these guys have got real potential. So if you're wondering why the likes of Adrian Benabi or Tommy Doyle or Taylor Harewood Bellis, for example, aren't part of the 6 players I've chosen, is because they've already featured in the first team this season in the Carabao Cup. One of the players I have chosen in the 6 players, he was on the bench against Oxford in the Carabao Cup, but he didn't come on, so technically you could say he hasn't played in the first team yet. But yeah, I'll start off with the first player, and this is Liam Delap. Um, Delap, the surname Delap might be familiar to you. He's actually the son of Rory Delap, former footballer, the one who was known for throwing at the box for Stoke with a really long throw. Yeah, Liam Delap, he's 17 years old. We signed him off Derby in the summer. Um, signed him off Derby in the summer from Derby County. He's made 11 under 18 Premier League appearances, scored 7 goals and made 6 assists, and he plays as a striker. I mean, unbelievable stats there for our under 18s team that he's had this season. 11 goal in 18 appearances is fantastic. 7 goals and 11 appearances is fantastic. I've watched a few times. He's played in the Youth Cup a lot this season, and he's looked really good then as well. He's quite big. He's really quick for someone who's big. He's powerful. He's a big presence, and for a 17-year-old, he's got a real. He's got a real. He looks older. Like for a 17-year-old, he's got a fantastic physique. He's powerful. He's quick. Yeah, I think he's nearly 6 foot as well. But I've watched him a few times in the Youth Cup this season. He looks great. One for the future there. And as I say, he's got football heritage in his family. He's played 2 games for the under 23s this season as well, I believe, but he's mainly been in the under 18 team. Obviously, he's just turned 17 as well, so he's still very young. But yeah, I'd expect a lot. He might make the under 23s next season, and I think in the future he could be a first team player. He's definitely got the traits and the potential to be a first team player. He can play for Ireland or England at the national level. I think he might pick Ireland because I think he's got Irish heritage in his family, but we'll have to see. But yeah, Liam Delap's definitely one for the future. On to the second player, Ben Knight. We signed Ben Knight off Ipswich last summer. When was it again? I'll just have a look on. Yeah, we signed Ben Knight from Ipswich in the summer of 2018, so he's been with us 2 seasons now. Knight's only 17, like Delap. He's quite small. He's quick again. He plays on the right wing. I think he can play as a striker as well. Watched him a lot for our under 18s team. He's played a lot in the under 23s this season. I've seen him in the FA Youth Cup. He looks good. He's an England under 18 international as well. He made his debut for the England under 18s in September 2019. His appearances this season, he's made 10 Premier League 2 appearances for the under 23s. He scored 1 goal in them 10 appearances. He's made 5 appearances for the under 18s this season, scored 1 goal. He's played 4 times in the Youth Cup as well and scored 1 goal. Yeah, probably not the best stats you could say there. Could be a lot better, but Knight's more of a type of player. He's got a lot of assists, so I believe. So he's more type of a winner who'll put the ball in the box and get put in. But he can play as a striker as well, I believe. Very quick, very pacey. Was great for Ipswich as well. Was why we signed him. Yeah, he's one to look out for, and I think he was involved in the pre-season squad this season. I expect Knight to maybe be knocking on the door for the first team very soon. Very, very promising talent we've got on our hands there. Third player is Jayden Braff. Now, this player, from what I know, he's been put under the same sentence as maybe a new Jadon Sancho, sorry, or Robbie Montando we saw at the Schalke. I've heard this guy, like, he's got real potential, and if he doesn't get in the first team soon, like Brahim Diaz as well, he could just go. He might get fed up, but I've heard he's really good. I've watched him a few times as well. He's yet to feature for the first team or get on the bench or anything, but he's been fantastic for our under 23s this season. Raf's 17. He can play as a left winger or striker. He's mainly played as a striker in the 23 teams this season. He made his Holland under 18s debut in September 2019. We signed him from PSV Eindhoven in August 2018 from their academy, which is really good for them. His appearances this season, he's made 16 Premier League 2 appearances. Under 23s, scored 9 goals, which is fantastic because we've struggled this season as well in the Premier League 2, our under 23s. We've done well in the Youth Cup and in the 18 stage, but we've not done too well in the under 23s. I think we're kind of near the bottom, which is not very good, but he's been our standout performer this season with 16 appearances and 9 goals. He's also made 3 FA Youth Cup appearances and scored 1 goal. But Raf, yeah, he's 17 as well, which I mentioned. Raf, I think out of these 6 players, he might have the best chance of making our first team squad in the future. He's a really good player, Raf. He's quick, very powerful, very good finisher, very skillful as well. As I say, he's been kind of a compromised to Jadon Sancho. Compared, yeah. He's that type of player. Apparently, he's very tricky as well, hard to tackle. I expect him to be maybe this pre-season. If it happens, he might get some first team minutes. And I think being the pre-season squad, he could make a breakout next season. You never know. But if he keeps scoring goals in the 23s, which he will, he'll be in the first team soon. I have no doubts about it. Very exciting talent. We've got the fourth player is Nabil Touazy. He's 19 years old, so he's one of the older players out of these 6. Played in the 23s a few years now for us. Position's a striker. Yeah, he's a good striker as well. Very skillful, very quick as well. Can be a nightmare for defenders. A good finisher. I've watched him a few times for our youth team because I do follow the youth teams as well. He looks good. He's committed to play for Morocco, even though he is Spanish, I believe, but he's got Moroccan heritage. But he said he wants to play for Morocco. He's yet to play for any of their national teams yet. Might have played for the Spain under 16s, I think, but he wants to play for Morocco. We signed him in January 2017, which is quite a long time ago now, from Valencia's academy. His stats this season are 12 Premier League 2 appearances. He scored 2 goals. Not the best, but as I say, we've had a tough season anyway. We're not doing too well in it. This is quite better. He's made 6 UEFA Youth League appearances this season, scored 2 goals. He's done all right there. Touazy, yeah, as I say, he's 19 now, so you'd think if he's not going to make the first team soon, he could either get loaned out or he could get shot. But I think he's definitely got the talent to be in within a shout with the first team soon, which is why I've chosen him. As I say, he's very skillful, very good. Watching him for the youth teams a lot, he's a very good player. He's technically good with his feet. And for me, he's one of from when I watched the youth leagues, the young teams, he's one of the best players for me. So I think he could, again, he could be in the next pre-season squad, and hopefully he could be pushing for that first team. On to the 5th player in this 6 youth team players I've chosen, who could be in the first team in the future, is Alpha Dionku, who is a right back. He's 18 years old. He made his Senegal under 20 debut in May 2019, so he's Senegalese. Could be in their national team soon. Very, very good talented player, very good right back. He could be our future right back at Man City, you never know. I expect, again, out of these 6 players, along with Raf, I think he could be in the first team soon. He was actually on the bench against Oxford this season in the Carabao Cup. He didn't come on that game. It's his only first team involvement, but he actually hasn't played for the first team yet. He might have gone to the last pre-season too, I don't know. Some more stats about Dionku. We signed him for Real Mallorca in July 2017, which seems like quite a long time ago now. He's made 15 Premier League 2 appearances. That's a lot of appearances. Probably the most in our under 23s team this season. He's also scored 1 goal as well, which is alright. He's made 6 UEFA Youth League appearances as well. So to describe what type of player Dionku is, when I've watched him play in the youth teams, very quick right back, strong as well. Loves to get up and down the wing, very mobile, very versatile. Could probably actually plays it with him as well. He's very quick, powerful, quite tall as well. I think Dionku, he has a very, very good shout with making the first team. Very similar to Jermaine Frimpong that we got rid of to Celtic. Similar type of player, I hope. Again, with Dionku, though, like Braffy could say, if he doesn't get the first team soon, he'll want to go and get first team football, which I don't blame him. Could get loaned out next season, or he could be in the first team. But if he carries on playing well in the 23s, I have no doubts Arthur Dionke will be in the first team squad very soon. Very good, exciting, promising player. On to the final play in this video to make the final 6 is Morgan Rogers. Now, you've probably heard of this guy because he's got real good potential and talent. Morgan Rogers, we signed him from West Brom last summer. He already played for the West Brom first team as well, made a few appearances for them. But he decided to come to Man City and join the youth ranks at Man City and develop as a player. Rogers is 17 years old, still very young. He's a left winger, very good, quick, pacey, powerful left winger. He's a current England under-18 international. As I said, we signed him from West Brom, and we also, in the summer, we signed him for 3.96 million from West Brom as well, which is, you could say, I know it's not a lot of money these days, but for a youth team player, it's quite a big deal. That we obviously seen his talent, and we said, right, we'll sign him up. He turned down a new contract that West Brom to sign for us as well, so it shows that he wanted to come to us. His appearances this season, he's made a lot of appearances. He's made 16 Premier League 2 appearances. He scored 3 goals and made 3 assists. Very alright stats there during the season we've had. He's made 6 UEFA Youth League appearances, scored 1 goal and made 3 assists. As you can see, he makes quite a lot of assists to Rogers because he's getting down that wing, putting crosses in, they're getting put away. He's that type of player. Also made 3 FAU appearances this season, scored 1 goal. Yeah, Rogers is a brilliant player. Why we signed him from West Brom, why we did. He's been out of our under 23s team this season. He's been one of our standout performers. Still very young, as I say. Played well in the FA Youth Cup as well. Of course, in the Youth Cup, we beat Burnley 1-0 in the quarterfinals. We've now got West Brom, his old team, in the semi-finals, funnily enough, which didn't get played because of what's happening with the coronavirus. I'm sure Rogers will have been up for that as well. To describe what type of player he is, he's quite tall, very quick, very straight, getting at players, to like to take players on. Got that bit of pace about him. He's a very good, as I say, likes to get a lot of assists, which you can see by the stats. He's got a good finish as well, which is why we sneaked him up from West Brom. We beat a lot of clubs to sign him as well. I think Chelsea was one, Liverpool may have been one, but yeah, I think Rodgers could be definitely in the next pre-season squad, and he could be knocking on that door of the first team soon. If not, he'll get loaned out or he'll keep on developing the under 23s. But we signed Rodgers from West Brom because he's a very good talent. He's had 1 season with us and he's looked good in that season. And I hope to see him in the first team very soon, like the other 5 players. So people, to wrap up the video, then they're the 6 players I expect to be knocking on the door of the Man City first team squad very soon. Unknown players who've yet to be in the first team. I expect these players to be knocking on the door and pushing. Could make a case I could get loaned out, but some of them are still only 17, so it's still very young. As I say, I watch the youth teams, and these are the 6 standout players for me who've been the best this season for me anyway. You've got the likes of Liam Denap and Liam Delap, Ben Knight, who've done very good in our UEFA Youth Cup run this season, helped our under-18s win the league. The future's exciting at Manchester City. We've got very good young players, and goes to show that, and it's exciting times. These 6 players are very exciting talents, and I'm happy they're at Man City. I enjoyed making this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Have a good rest of the day. More content coming on the channel. Please subscribe. There's plenty more coming. Take care, guys, and I'll see you later.